Are we steady?
Steam times.
I don't think we're steady, but we'll go.
Just so you know, that was already... we weren't streaming, but that is recording.
Hello! Welcome everyone to this Glasgow 2024 Twitch stream. We are Glasgow 2024, which is the Worldcon that is coming to Glasgow in 2024 this year, in August, from August 8th till 12th. It's almost exactly 3 months away. We're on the 11th, we're on the 12th today. I don't know what day it is. We're on the 12th today, so like in 3 months the convention will be sadly just ending.
Won't let me copy and paste into the text box.
No links for you.
No links for you.
Oh, no links?
There will be links.
Manually.
I refuse to type out 3 essays.
We hope that you can join us at Glasgow 2024. It's going to be an absolute blast. We're hoping we can make it the best convention that we possibly can for everyone. Certainly the most Glaswegian for a long time. You can join us in person, but by purchasing an in-person membership and coming to Glasgow, a city that we all love dearly and wish to show everyone. Or you can buy an online membership and enjoy a lot of our online content, which we are committed to providing to our members as well, although we don't have any details for that as of yet, because the programme team is working very, very hard to make it happen, and it's very, very difficult, is my understanding. You can find some links in our chat at some point to our membership page. So if you want to purchase a membership, you can go straight there. If you purchase a membership before...
There.
Awesome. There is a rate rise coming up at the end of May, end of June, something like that. So if you want to get your membership before it gets too expensive, that's good. It's a good time to get it before it goes up in price again. In addition, anything that you buy before the convention, it will be cheaper than the at convention prices, is my understanding. So, always best to buy ahead. We do offer day tickets as well. I think those have been released on our website as well. So if you only want to come to one day of the convention, you can also do that. And
Fan fund.
the fan fund, yes. We also have QR codes and links for the fan fund for if you want to donate to the fan fund. It really goddamn distracting. The fan fund is a wonderful fund that is set up to help individuals come to conventions. Specifically, we're trying to help people come to Glasgow 2024 at this point in time. So for those that could not usually afford travel or accommodation or other amenities, is that the right word? Mm-hmm. We would help pay for those so that people could enjoy the joy that is Glasgow 2024. So there's two parts of that: applying for the fund and also gifting to the fund. So if you want to gift a little bit of money to help other fans come to Glasgow 2024, you can scan the QR codes and gift a little bit of money to try and help as many people enjoy these conventions that we adore so much. With that, we will dive into our session. This is Let's Roll Hell and Highwater session... 15, thank you. I don't have an internal memory bank, so...
External memory bank.
I've got externals right here. This is a D&D Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live play. It's set in my personal homebrew world, but it's heavily stolen from everything, as per usual. I am Alex, I am the DM for this. I run everything that is trying to kill them and help them. So it's a beautiful balance. Would you mind introducing yourselves?
I'm Isla, I'm playing Kai. They are a bard, warlock, half-elf, cursed by a small child.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, indeed, yeah. Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Adolin. He's an Aasimar ranger and knight of the Order of the Knights of Ash. And yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Being entirely uncorrupted society.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm Rosie. I'm playing Polly. She is a Circle of Bees druid. And guys, she might be an Aasimar.
Might be.
There's a non-zero chance
The
that
bees
she
out
might
the
be
bag.
an Aasimar. The bees out the bag.
For the umpteenth time.
Of the enormous bag of bees.
Yes.
Awesome.
Alright, Alex. Go ahead and kill us.
2-minute recap.
Oh, you're gonna come for this?
Yeah.
This one's going to be a short sesh, by the way, so we're going to
Yeah.
just speed run
Hard
this. We're going
stop
to end
at
with like a
5.
spectacular TPK, and that'll be it.
Yeah, we're finishing the entire campaign
This
today.
is the finale.
Ready?
Go for it. We picked up in a basement in Arva Lightwielder's inner sanctum. Doing some homework. We did a lot more research. We went back over our notes. She's the High Priestess of the Temple of Torm in the Lightstar district of Perlmire, shining religious city, home of the Knights of Ash. We interrogated Polly about the whole wings, Aasimar form stuff. Total deflection. Arva's pool of metallic liquid, we investigated that. It was non-magical. I'm not sure we entirely got to the bottom of it, but we did some investigating. We figured out what the monsters were being made out of. We also took a closer look at the Cup of the Cosmos, artifact of Mistra and MacGuffin we've been chasing since session 1. MacGuffin. Figured out how it worked, figured out how to charge it up by sacrificing other magic items to it, figured out how many items Arva and the cult needed to sacrifice to overcharge this thing to the point they could transport a city to a different plane, which is way beyond our abilities at the moment. We decided we're going to go to the Feywild next, so we called our contact in the Light Ravens, Garen, Head, Light Raven. He has a title. I don't remember what it is at the moment, I'm sorry.
It's just Garen. He's our bud.
Just Garen, he's our bud. Tells us about an individual known as the Collector, an archfey, who is in possession of one of the other MacGuffins we're after, a sword called Star Shatterer.
Lightbringer.
It's Garen Lightbringer. The Lightbringer. You've thrown me off my rhythm now. Oh no. He tells us about the Collector and warns us to be very careful, because he collects people as well.
Bum, bum, bum.
We have a last wee chat with him. Simon, the Fey Wyvern that we found in this basement, helps us open the portal. We all jump through into the Feywild, into this lush verdant forest where we pick up on some footprints of your cousin, and possibly a squad of knights sent by Arva Lightwielder to scout ahead. We see these strange tall pillars.
Well, thank you very
There
much.
were pillars.
Oh, come-
Nothing else happened.
All right, fine.
There was electricity, like
Yeah.
conductor, like what do they call them? What the,
Yeah, conductors.
like lightning rods almost.
Like
yeah.
Call
rods,
some,
that's the
call
word.
some electricity. Pray to a god. Pray to a god. Pray to some bees. Done.
Bee dance, bullied by an infant.
Yes.
You had a chill evening.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. All the highlights.
So
And the
we,
little lights.
I believe we're starting from waking up after a nice long rest.
Can't relate.
Well, given that I'm not able to communicate where we left off, it can be wherever we want it to be.
Okay, where do you
true.
want to start?
In the Collector's back garden.
We did it.
That's where we
Just
finished.
at his door with Varro's corpse at our feet and the trident back.
Yeah, and weirdly we're level 20.
Ooh.
How strange.
Um,
What a lovely dream.
Good morning, everybody.
And now we wake up.
And now we
Yeah.
wake up. We were pursuing Varro and the trident. We might be about to get detoured.
Yeah, guys, I had the strangest interaction ever, and we might have some company. That was bad. I'm sorry.
That was
it's
bad.
early. So was it you that witnessed this spectacle?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Kai could already attest to this, but well, I've made some.
There was an entire silent conversation done only through dance with Polly and just
Through dance.
hundreds of bees. It
and I need your
was
help. I
choreographed.
need some help. And I am inclined to help because I think we can overtake Pharaoh. Even with a detour, I think we can overtake him because I have this sick spell that I've never used before.
Oh yes,
That can
yes.
make us go
Wind
fast as fuck.
thing.
So, yes, if we do that, then, because it's supposed to be like, what was it, like a 3 or 4 day journey or something it was supposed to be?
A bajillion miles.
It was long. It was going to be days.
To the Collector's Palace
Yeah.
to track Varro.
And with Windwalk, we can get it. We can be there in a day. I don't think that Varro is capable of that. So we could probably get this done and then still beat him there, or kind of like what's the word? Kind of catch him on the way.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you guys want to meet some new friends?
Yeah.
And then,
Sure.
The bees live nearby?
are they still around?
Yeah.
Are they still just chilling?
Yeah, they
Okay.
just stayed with you.
First off, I teach you guys both like a colloquial greeting, and then so you. That's it.
So-
Adolin, how did you do that? You did already.
I learned it from watching you.
Ah.
You do it in your sleep. It's sleep talking.
I'm just wailing all over sleep talking. That's really good. So I teach you just some kind of like customary like greetings and the like, and then we go see the bees. So we'll get like a little info on like where we're going and how to think of it. And if it's like, oh, it's 12 days travel from here, and in fact it's a
How
lot.
far did these bees go?
Exactly. I'm just saying if that's the case, then maybe we can switch a room. We can do the Vero thing first. I do acknowledge that has priority. But if it's just like a pit stop, then
Cool.
does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Depends how
Thank you,
quick the
guys.
pit stop is. I don't want to be cursed to
I don't want that
travel the
for
planes
you
for all
either.
eternity.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah. Let's talk some bees.
No, wait, hang on. Elaborate on that.
I went to pray. I was threatened by a small child. Everything that happened.
There's nothing that threatening about a small child.
The small child is God.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Talos is like an 8-year-old boy.
That's disturbing that
Yes.
God chooses to appear in that form.
It's kind of rad as
To
hell.
threaten you. It is kind
Have
of.
you met an 8-year-old?
Yeah, have you met any 8-year-old
I
children?
believe I was
They
one
can
once.
be-
They're all
Terrors.
terrifying.
I think that's
But they
I
figure it
have,
out.
in real life, been picked up and carried across a room by, like, an 8-year-old girl. They're very strong.
amazing.
I know.
Okay.
She might have been 6. They were in rainbows. What age are rainbows? Anyway.
Like primary school.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God.
They're really strong.
Oh my goodness.
With sharp nails.
Okay.
Who's an animal?
Right. We don't want
Anyway.
a small, strong infant with sharp
Anyway,
nails.
yeah.
to
Summary of
punish
the
you.
shadow unknown guy curse, etc. You know now.
Okay,
Cool.
that is pressing.
It
That
is pressing.
Wildly pressing. Okay, are you still comfy doing things with hives, or would you rather just get this knocked out of the
With
park?
hives. You have hives.
That sounds
now.
uncomfortable.
Let's talk to the bees. Maybe it's on the way.
Okay.
Maybe it's a 5-minute job.
Hi, bees.
Maybe it's the same thing that we're dealing with and it's just Varro's attacking bees now.
Do you know the collector bees? Bees. And are your hives on the way? How far away are they?
I don't think they speak English. You need
No.
to... You started
I
this.
did. Hey, bees. It's your girl. How far away are your hives? We're happy to help. Can you lead us there?
Yes. Okay. Yay! You're helping. That's delightful. Thank you so much. Like, it's about 4 hours walk away.
Okay. Oh, well, I tell you what, this spell lasts 8 hours, and I don't think it's concentration, so maybe I should just cast it on us. And then we can just get there real quick. And just
What
do-
direction?
They would indicate a direction to you.
Is it the direction we want to be going?
It would look like it's roughly the right direction.
Towards the mountains.
Okay, so what direction are you trying to head? Are you trying to head towards the mountains, or are you still
the
following?
collector's home,
Oh.
which I believe is in the mountains.
Well, we were directly following Varro's tracks,
Yeah,
which
Oh.
were...
I think we just presumed that they were going to the mountains, but never actually clarified that, did we?
Yeah. We're still kind of on Varro's trail at the moment.
So yeah, you're following Varro's trail, is my understanding, not heading towards the mountains. You're just vaguely keeping an idea.
Yeah, I think
of where
it would
the
be better
mountains are.
Yeah, his palace
Try
is in
and,
the
like-
mountains.
Yeah.
And then which way was the path going?
Varro's
When we were
tracks
tracking him.
from where the portal dumped us out struck off in the rough direction of
So-
the mountains. And
So they're both in the same direction just now, so we're going in that direction.
This is a great
Which
spell.
apparently is also where the bees are.
I should just cast this on you guys all the time. Yeah, if I cast this, it will last for 8 hours, and then that just means that as an action, you can become a like cloud or like a windy gaseous form, or you can go back to normal. There, obviously, do this when it's safe, because right now it says reverting takes 1 minute, during which time the creature is incapacitated and can't move. And the same goes for the other way around, I believe. So, like, it's very handy. We can get to the bees really, really quick, probably, and we can just sort their shit, and then we can get that all kind of sorted. And then we can just fly either back here and follow the trails from here, or we can maybe figure out if there's anything there that could help clue us in. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. So it would take 4 hours to walk.
Yeah.
And how much faster do we go in wind walk?
Flying speed of 300 feet.
300 feet.
There's a
And is there
caveat
something
here.
about only dashing as well?
The only actions you can take are the dash action or to turn back into your form.
So it's like 600 feet.
So you could go 600. We would probably not want to go 600 feet because we would leave the bees behind and they are pointing us in the right direction. But bees can go pretty fast. So that works out. Like, it'll be faster than 4 hours, certainly.
Yeah.
We could probably get this all done in 4 hours. Alex is checking how fast bees are. I can tell you.
You could cast this on like some bees as well.
540 feet, so they can go 80 feet.
In
10 willing
6
creatures.
seconds?
Yes.
Yes.
I have I've got the I'm looking at my bee stats from my little extras column. Because bee,
Which
remember,
bee is that?
bee isn't an actual kind of D&D thing. It was from Kobold Press, but
Pegasus.
so I sent it to you and you were like, "Yep, that's fine." I think it's called Queen Bee, or maybe I just called it that.
Because you could tag some bees with this as well, and they could come with us in Windwalk for directioning.
Or just shove them all in your bag.
That's a really good point, actually.
Because there's what, 6 of us? 3 of us.
3 of
Dog
us,
Pegasus.
Clifford, Belinda.
Mm-hmm.
So I could get 5 bees to show us the way. That could speed things up a whole bunch.
I don't think your queen bee has normal stats.
I'll have to check it, but it's in our thingamies.
Just like a swarm can only move 20 feet.
Interesting.
So at a dash that'll be 40.
I suppose that's with them just keeping their kind of uniform and stuff like that. We're not that we don't care about that so much. If I were to just target like a couple of the bees and have them be windy with us, could we just zoom and everybody else can just take their own time?
You'd be leaving a lot of bees behind. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Is there any limitation to what kind of creatures you can cast this on? Does it have to be humanoids?
Willing creatures. As long as they're willing, it's acceptable.
How many?
10. Up to 10.
Okay. And how many are we at the moment?
5.
5.
It's 5 of us, and you get... Yeah, so it was like 5 bees.
If you want.
I'm willing to, so I know that technically it's a magic item, so it doesn't count as a creature, but like, my bag of bees I would like to be turned gaseous with myself, obviously.
Yes.
Are you willing to count that as part of myself, or shall I nominate like a creature slot for them too? I don't know.
Oh,
See what
no,
I mean?
your bag of bees, when you've got it closed, it just counts as an item. It
Okay,
doesn't
cool.
count as a creature.
Then that's fine, and that'll just get turned on with me, which means, yeah, we can take 5 of those bees and they can show us the way.
Alright. That's how far away these beehives are.
Is there... God, you're so good.
Those maths.
It's 18 miles. We're going 18 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
18 miles.
Hmm.
Okay, that's really handy. What was I going to say? I was going to say...
How fast can we get there in 600 feet in 100 feet a second?
It would be...
Where did 100 feet a second come from?
Windwalk gives you 600 feet per round, which is 6
That's
seconds,
100
which is
feet
100
per
feet per 1
second,
second. Meow.
What was I going to say? I was going to
So
say...
we're
does there seem to be like a bee boss in this group? Like
A big bee, perhaps, so to speak.
their version of a big
Their big
bee.
bee.
Yes.
16 minutes, I think.
Okay. They've just been kind of like
En masse.
communicating. Okay, that's fine. Okay. If they're counted as a swarm, technically I suppose that's one creature, so I could invite them as a creature to the telepathic bond, but I'm not going to because I think that might drive us mad. I think we definitely take psychic
I
damage.
refuse.
Oh, Clifford was enough.
Hundreds and hundreds of tiny minds. No, I'm not going to do it.
You really should read the witches in the Discworld.
But I'm going to also cast telepathic bond on all of us.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Who is all of us?
The 5 of us?
The 5 of us. We're going to include...
Clifford was in it before though, like yesterday.
Clifford's mellowed.
Oh, good.
He's humbled from his experience being a bad boy.
He's no longer a toddler. He is a sulky teenager.
You mean being kidnapped?
Yes, and biting me.
Against his will?
Yes. Humbled. Quiet.
Mm.
I'm not saying that he should feel humbled. I'm just saying that it's made him a lot easier to be in the group chat.
He has grown up a bit.
Oh, thank goodness.
So yeah, him and Belinda and the 3 of us. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Oh, hi Colt.
Hello.
What's up?
Yeah, so we'll do telepathic bond first and then windwalk, because that means that we get enough time for a block with windwalk. Does that sound good?
Yeah, you also can't cast telepathic bond after you've done windwalk. You can't take the action to cast a spell.
No. Only when I'm in the windy form could I not cast another spell.
Mm. Yeah, so you'd have to revert back to
And then
solid.
Yeah.
Hence why we'll do. It is possible, but I'm going to do it the other way around because it's easier.
Okay.
It'll save us a few minutes. But yes, okay. So that is me. I don't have my 6th level spell anymore.
Okay.
And that is us.
Oh, I have all of this.
Take us to your leader, your beater.
These little wisps of like cloud near you. Have you explained the spell to them?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We've explained what's going on to them, so it's not just "and now you're a gas." And watch them be like, "I've never been a gas before."
And I think whilst I was casting these things, we can have the other bees just start going, other than the ones that we are kind of taking with us, so that they can just have as much of a head start as possible, because we're going to overtake them, but then at least they'll get there not too much later after us.
Okay.
Still like a couple hours, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We want to start
Onwards.
wisping.
Wisping.
Everybody is in wisp form,
Yes.
and everybody can still talk to each other.
With
Yes.
telepathic bond. As we're taking off, I want to look around this clearing that we've set up in, the big old tree, the campsite, and just kind of fix this location in my mind. We will need to come back here probably to pick back up on the trail. Oh yeah, there was a big lightning rod.
So we can just remember that. And bees have really good sense of direction. I know there's lots of lightning rods.
So you did camp slightly further away from a lightning rod.
Okay.
You all looked at that and went, it's probably not a good idea to camp at that.
Was there a cliff or something as well?
I've been making a
Walk
map.
away.
Yeah?
Yes, I explicitly said that last time. We get here, I'm going to start making a map.
Okay.
So,
But bees
we have
also have
that.
good sense of direction, so yeah, we do need to come back.
Have you
Also, we
been
can just
taking
do
notes on what's on the map and stuff?
The cliff.
I'm remembering
The
in my
rods.
head.
Okay, cool.
Where we came, there were trees, there is cliff, there's thing is pylons, mountains, trees.
Pylons branch in.
Is that accurate?
I don't really know from that kind of wafting,
Fair.
I'm afraid.
Wafting.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, huh?
Okay. Okay, yeah, so we all take flight.
Whee!
We all take.
I imagine there's a bit of fun chatter as like some of the creatures that have never done this kind of thing before are like, ah, this is great.
Aww.
Kind of thing. As Belinda's like, I usually fly, but this is very different. This is less muscular. It's great. And Clifford's like, I used to do this in the stars and stuff. It's adorable and cute.
So nice.
And then we start heading in earnest. There's like, I imagine like there's like different like sizes of wisps of cloud for everyone kind of thing. Like all the humanoids are like roughly the same, and you've got like a much fluffier one for Belinda, and she's like, ha ha, I have cloud wings now.
That's so
and having a bit of fun with it. And then you've got these teeny tiny little wisps in front of you being like, come on guys. As you're like, ooh, we need to keep an eye on those.
Can I reset my favoured foe or like quarry or whatever it is on Varro's tracks after the long rest? Because I get 24 hours on it. We had a long rest, so would you say it would wear off?
Yeah, you would have been about 16 hours in at that point.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll regain my charges of it, and I'll spend one to
reset
it.
Yeah,
and get
sure.
another 24 hours on tracks.
Sounds good. Can you remind me what that gives you again?
Like bonuses to track them and stuff. I don't expect to be using any of this while we're off doing bee stuff.
Being a bee. Being a cloud. Being
Yeah.
a
That means
cloud.
we'll be able to find our way back again, hopefully easier. That's smart.
I think, yeah, possibly. We just need to get back to the campsite basically, and then pick it up from there. In which case, actually,
That's cute.
in which case I might not actually do that.
Decisions.
I think it makes sense because, like, if
And
Well-
it's for 24 hours as well, so.
yeah,
It is for 24 hours, so it'll be good for tracking Varro. But also, if we're about to go somewhere and like, if there are things messing up these
you might want
hives,
to do your favorite phone.
I might want to use it in combat
Yeah.
for those things, which means I'll lose it on Varro, but I can pick it back up on Varro if we get back to the campsite. So maybe
That
I'll
makes
just
more sense,
save
yeah.
a charge and
You're-
just
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Sure.
forgot that you'd have to drop it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold on to last. If I lose last night's one, it's whatever. So
Okay.
Okay.
Decisions.
Onwards.
not resetting up Varro.
Whee!
We're little wisps.
Flying.
Whee!
And we all take to the sky and begin to cloud fluff our way across the lands.
Do you know what Adolin is?
Fluffy cloud?
He's a will-o'-the-wisp.
Pew 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 pew. Way.
Thank you. Anyways, you were
That's
saying.
one of the nicest, one of those I've heard actually. It's usually like fire at will.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those days in cadets were.
that's less fun.
So yes, we start. We take to the skies and we start covering a lot of distance very quickly. The canopy of trees beneath you begins to like speed by and blur a little bit as you're like, as these bees go, we can fly and. And you're like, okay, we're doing this at top speed.
Would you say they beeline it back home?
That's a good way to
Very
put
good.
it.
We haven't had inspiration for a bee thing in a long time,
We're
have we?
insufferable.
We crossed that line a while ago. Of I had enough bee puns to take me through to the end of the campaign, and it's delightful that you keep adding them, but I'm not giving you any more inspiration for them.
We're
Darn.
cut off.
It's not cute anymore.
Well, you're too good at them, and I can't just keep handing you infinite inspiration.
And you could.
That's like someone saying, I'm not going to give you an A plus on this because you keep on getting A pluses. I would never do that.
I don't think that's
She's changed the rubric on us.
Okay, we'd be like
We're being graded
We
on a
beeline it.
curve. We've skewed the curve.
We go 100 feet a second.
That's a better way to put it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. None of you have like ever travelled this quick, so I imagine it's like a bit of disorientation.
It's so fun.
And like there might be a
Maybe
couple
it's
of like
classic.
jittery stops as people go, holy cow, and realise just how far you've come, and then boom, kind of thing. I imagine there's a bit of fun happening as well as people are like, yeah, I'm a cloud and you're a cloud, and oh no, we're in the cloud together, oh god, let's separate. A little bit of like just mocking around and having a bit of fun as we go. Whilst trying to keep up with the bees that are just like, let's go save our home, diddly-doo, kind of thing. And what you would start to see, and from this elevated position, I think it'd be quite easy for you all to see the pylons that I described.
Oh no.
I cannot remember if it was during your dream or during when you shimmied up a tree or something like that. The sort of like
It was the
branching things that all the
The
branching
shimmy,
network of
Yeah.
the lightning rods that all led up into a single track up into the mountains. You all see this laid out beneath you. You can see the cliff that you saw in your nighttime excursion, as well as the clearing up ahead that you saw when you shimmied up the tree, which is what the bees appear to be beelining for.
Nice.
What you'd also see from this elevated position, because I imagine like when you've done this, you haven't just like skimmed the top of the trees. You've gone up a little bit to take advantage of this, to think about, to get a good like view of the world while you're here, and you can see the clearing that you're sort of approaching, which is where the bees are obviously like trying to take you to. There is a large lake between you and the mountains that the lightning rods like skip across.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. They're like embedded in the water
Yes.
as they cross the lake.
Quite fun. Terrifying to be in that water though when that happens. Stop raising your eyebrows like this is a thing that we should be aware of.
So like lots of like fish just floating.
I'm.
It's
Oh, that's so sad.
so dark.
Oh no, Kai, the fish! And then you can see
Considering
like
after
the
this
lightning
beast.
rods like pass between two of the mountains, and you can see there's like this big gorge that they pass down the centre of,
Ooh,
and that's how they disappear off into the mountain range.
interesting.
Telepathically, I think I'm going to say, hey guys, I just had a kind of weird thought.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't know what they do yet, but it might be worth keeping in our back pocket that we could sabotage these weird pylon things. Like, it seems like it's a chain, you know, like it's converging on. So if we were able to like disconnect it in some sort of capacity,
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be useful.
These things are pretty big though. Like we're talking. These things were like what,
They're
5?
5 foot diameter
Yeah.
at the column section,
Yeah.
and then the bowl that is on top that the lightning seems to be like jumping between
Yeah.
is about 10 foot in diameter.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of shatters, we could get it done.
That's. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, it's just worth having in our back pocket. Obviously, if this is like something that's powering like a civilization, I don't want to just be plunging them into darkness. But
You're like, aha, here goes your power.
yeah, I don't want to do that. But if it's just the collector
Just
being
fucking
like
vandalism.
How would having lots of lightning be helpful for a civilization?
electricity. Oh no, I don't know about that. You're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know, man. It's gonna only be bad. We should probably stop it.
Just lots of lightning elementals. It's the
Yeah.
only possible explanation.
It's full on Dr. Frankenstein experiments going on up
Not good. Not good.
there. Alive! It's alive!
Okay. So
Yeah, we can totally chat what we need to.
we're at the clearing.
Do you, you want to
Yeah.
continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, should we set down like a short distance away and.
If the bees have kind of ceased to be beelining, then I would just follow them. No.
We're following the bees. If the bees are going to the clearing, we're
Yes.
going to the clearing.
We'll be very vulnerable in that minute where we have to change back.
Yes. No. But if the bees are like it's this way, and look at their
and then shall we
lingering.
change back, like in a tree instead of on
Yeah.
the ground?
Yeah.
So we'll, like,
or
we'll
like
set
just on
down.
the edge of the clearing. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll set down just ahead of it and turn back there.
Smart.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, the bees just like firing straight into the middle of the clearing.
Yeah, so the bees are not going to do that because they're not part of the telepathic bond, so they don't know to do that. So they are beelining for their clearing. If we're sitting down on the edge of the clearing then and doing our transformation in the safety of the trees kind of thing, can I get a perception check?
Can I be literally in a tree, like not on the ground,
If you want.
just in case?
You don't like the floor is lava.
Does Belinda not have proficiency in perception?
does.
I have given you her
That
stat
means
block.
that everybody gets advantage.
Is she a regular Pegasus?
Yes.
Smash it.
Ooh,
23.
that's not my character
That's good.
sheet. Perception. Also 23.
Woo!
Belinda gets a +6. Does Belinda get advantage from anybody
Yeah,
else?
Belinda.
She can
you're
get it from me.
proficient. Yeah.
Belinda with a +6, 24.
Ooh.
We're seeing
Seven.
so much.
Belinda got 17 and 18.
What did you get?
Rocking it. Adolin only gets a +3.
Okay, 23.
I think it's an 11.
An 11. Okay.
The fucking ranger can't see shit.
Yeah, the ranger's not concentrated today.
Does Clifford get stuff?
Clifford can roll if you want. If you wanted to. You also have his stat box, so
Indeed.
he is yours now.
I mean,
he's not going to roll higher than a 24. Not one. And another. That's 3 ones.
That's an 11. And he gets +5 for 16.
Cool. So
24 is the best.
Belinda gets a 24.
so we had 24, 23, 23, 11,
14.
and 16.
Clifford gets
16, sorry, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think Belinda, Polly, and Kai would notice this and then communicate it to the rest of the group. That you can see that the small, like tiny little wisps that make up the bees that you transformed as part of the wind walk start beelining towards the centre of this clearing. And what you would start to see in this clearing is a very familiar sight, I imagine, to Polly, of a beehive setup of there's like multiple rows of beehives.
Like man-made, like...
Yes. Like
They made.
constructed kind of thing, as opposed to naturally grown. As in, like, it kind of looks like they're made of wood and like have been built and things like that.
Interesting.
With like a collection of buildings around these as well.
Buildings?
Yes, and I think what you would also see is a large swath of these hives and the wildflowers that have been planted in the centre to provide pollen for the bees and things like that have been obliterated by these large ice crystals.
Ooh.
That are like carving into sections of this circular beehive arrangement.
That's sad.
And I think on the 23 and 24, that would be enough to also see that there's a slight, what's the right term? Shimmer in the air around here. In that there's what's
Like a
good-
heat haze?
No, I'm not going for a heat haze.
Aura?
Almost like everything's shifted ever so slightly to the left, so everything looks slightly out of place.
Oh, like the tilt shift like camera thing that makes everything look a little bit smaller than it actually is.
What?
Have you never seen the tilt shift? Oh, never mind.
And I think you'd see as the bee wisps would appear, they would head towards the centre of this this clearing where this formation is and where this slight optical illusion is occurring, and they smack into it.
Ooh.
Oh, is it like looking through a pane of glass? Or like looking into water, like the surface of a pond that's very smooth.
Yeah, where everything's just slightly shifted.
Like if you were to like put a stick into it, the stick would refract in at a different angle.
Yes.
Interesting.
So you'd see the bees would then like hit against this wall
Bonk.
They can't get in.
and like
Is the ice outside or inside of that bit that they're kind of...
both. It appears to have like carved through.
They seem suspect. Shall we go closer?
Yes. Shall we reform and
Form up.
Yes,
form up
reform
and proceed
formation.
into the clearing?
Yes.
Let's.
Cool.
We
Were
do
there
that.
any people or anything about, or is it just abandoned buildings?
It doesn't look abandoned to you at this point in time, but you don't see any people.
What kind of buildings?
Any
like how
signs
many?
of life?
In terms of signs of life, nothing looks derelict. Everything looks fairly well kept, with the exception of the obvious, like, damaged section. Everything looks quite well kept. The pathways, like, round the beehives and things look fairly well clear, like, that you could walk down them and things like that. None of the buildings, with the exceptions of the ones that have been hit by the ice and stuff like that, look particularly damaged or have holes in the walls and stuff like that.
But there's no one. There doesn't seem to be anyone in
You
them.
cannot
It's not
physically see a person, no. and there's no like shapes moving past windows
no
or anything.
smoke out a chimney. Nobody's got their laundry hung up.
Yeah, but does it look like
pie cooling on the
residential kind
window.
of stuff? Or does-
Adorable, but no.
It's very cute.
The buildings, they all appear to be made of wood.
Okay.
They all appear to have very simple thatched roofs. They all appear to be approximately 3 stories tall.
Ooh, that's tall.
However, like taking a bit of a closer inspection, you can see that the doors reach most of that way up as well.
Wow.
Okay, so that way.
When you say it looks 3, do you mean height 3
Height-wise,
stories tall?
yeah.
Not there are 3 stories of windows.
There are not 3 stories of windows, no.
Does it look like there are 1-story buildings that are 3 stories tall?
Yes.
So that means that there's...
Everybody's very big.
Yes.
Very big.
Oh look, big things.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so we've got some big ass folk, but like, if they, this is a very very niche question, but I suppose I think I could get away with this. Does the wood that has made up these buildings look like it could be a similar type to the type that the hives are made out of?
Yes, it looks very similar.
Cool. Okay, so like that means that these people we don't need to be that concerned about because presumably they have the bees' best interests.
Yeah, they are the beekeepers.
Or at least they were, but now fuck knows what's happened. Shall we go?
Shall we approach cautiously?
We should approach cautiously, indeed. We do that.
Does it look like the obstruction that the bees...
How big are the beehives then?
Beehives look to be maybe like 5 foot tall.
Is that how big beehives are in real life?
Not usually.
Usually smaller.
Yeah.
These are big beehives as well.
Yeah.
Scaled up beehives.
That's fun.
Yeah. The obstruction that the bees ran into...
And I think with the 23, 24 and then pointing out to the rest of the groups that they can see, you can continuously see these wisps just sort of
Okay.
against the
they're
side of
just
this sort of
doing their own
field.
thing.
They're trying to fly through a window.
Can we see bees on the other side as well?
You cannot see any living creature on the other side.
Oh.
And I don't like the fact you said living. Are there dead bees on the floor?
Bodies
Well,
everywhere.
there's dead flowers.
Makes me sad.
You know what
You
we
don't
should do?
want to know.
We should poke it with a 10-foot pole.
We should poke it with
Yes.
a 10-foot pole. If only we had one, but we only have this fishing rod.
10-foot fishing rod. What a shame.
Okay, let's do this.
We approach the barrier cautiously.
Kai, poke it.
Poke it with a pole.
Just looks like you're
Quack,
poking
quack.
Alex.
Yes.
Poke the DM with a stick.
Oh.
Come on, narrate.
Baiting her.
Okay. So we're walking forwards into the clearing.
Indeed, and then poking things.
And poking things. Okay, cool. So I think you get to the edge of this, where you think this field is, and I think with the perception checks you've got, you can easily work out. You can see the shift, and they're like, and you reach out with your 10-foot pole, and you go to like jab it, expecting a bit of like resistance as you hit it, and it just goes through. And I think there's a bit of a lurch as you like step forward. And like, hi.
Okay, but the bees can't get through.
Okay.
That's weird.
Can I get like a little rock? Throw a little rock at it.
Yeah, it tumbles through.
Okay.
I put my
Magical and non-magical
Pinky
objects can go
through.
through. Can living objects
Touch it. Touch it.
the pinky.
Yeah, your pinky slides through.
Is this
Interesting.
right?
I take one of my bees out.
Yeah. Is it a fey thing versus a material
And I
plane
say,
thing?
hey buddy, can you try and just like go like
Go, please go.
a centimeter and then back?
Yeah, he buzzes forwards, buzzes back.
So is there actually?
Thanks
Can we
so
see
much.
the same sort of refracted effect in front of us?
Anymore?
I dance the bees to be like, hey guys, take a minute.
Uncloud.
Uncloud. Okay. I think it might take it like like 30 seconds or something to be like,
Yeah.
because they just sound like a
bees.
against the side of this thing, like desperately trying to get in, and after like 30 seconds or something like that, you can see the clouds sort of redirect themselves towards you,
Yeah.
and then like hover down a bit, and you think they're trying to transport back.
Okay. Is this because we've seen the spell in action? I think it's on Alan's list.
Liam
Is this a magic circle?
You can roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I was thinking something
Do you have
different.
proficiency?
I do.
Thank
Shall
you.
we all just roll?
I'm not very arcane.
Yeah.
Your help will-
Can we all roll?
I'm not
Yeah, sure.
proficient.
You can all.
So
You can have advantage from me.
I know I was trying to give you advantage, but alas,
Got to
you don't-
13.
You don't get any from me.
28.
28.
I'm
I mean-
good.
Ah!
Let's see, maybe I
Yeah.
no. I got in that one.
Kai, what is this? Is this that thing we saw before?
What's this witchcraft?
I think it's magic.
With my 9, I agree.
You're dying, you agree. Yeah, okay.
Is this a magic circle that keeps out wind-walked creatures specifically?
Okay, I think... So, sorry, what did we get again? A
28.
28?
I mean, negligible. 9.
Does it matter?
It doesn't
13.
matter. Kai knows we don't.
Okay, yeah, Kai is going to get this, and nobody else is going to.
Cool.
I think with the 28, that being a particularly fantastic roll as well, not only can you tell that this isn't, it certainly isn't any kind of traditional magic circle, you can't see any runes inscribed into the ground or anything like that. And due to, like the nature of the experiments that you've already conducted and things like that, and seeing, like, observing the circle itself, of like watching random other insects like buzz in and out of it, I think what you would find as a more natural conclusion is that this dome, and it is very much a dome, not a cylinder or anything like that, is more intended as a protection, but it doesn't stop anything physical.
So it's keeping out the gaseous bees. Is this like a weather shelter then? Is it keeping out the weather?
Or magical effects, like spell effects.
I think that's a more logical jump. It's preventing any magical transportation into it. It's also quite possibly preventing any magic through it. But that might take a couple more minutes of experimentation.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, well, that doesn't stop us, so why don't we just peep?
Yeah.
Beep.
And so there's definitely nobody like moving around inside that you can see.
Not that you can see them.
When the bees change back, can they get in?
You want to wait for them? They take a
It'll
minute to
only
do
take
that?
a minute.
Give them a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you see them buzz back down. They buzz down towards you and then like just continue in, and you can see they pass through the barrier quite easily.
Cool.
Cool.
And then
Good to
disappear
know.
when they're on the other side.
Interesting.
They disappear.
Into the
Did
house?
anything else disappear?
So your paw didn't, but you were still holding your paw on the other side. Your hand or anything didn't.
The other bee?
The other bee like passed into the barrier and back out.
Did it disappear?
Sorry, did you want him to go all the way through the barrier? And
No, I didn't. Well, I just wanted to see if he could get. I didn't ask him to go all the way in.
Okay, I think. Sorry, I interpreted that as he like went up to the barrier and like headbutted it or something, or like pushed a little
Yeah,
way in
it's
and then
fine.
just came back
That's
out.
acceptable. That's fine. Yeah.
What about the rock?
Yeah, you can still see the rock.
Shall we just stick our heads in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Think-
mean, you stuck your finger through and nothing happened.
That's true.
I'm sure it's
What did my
perfectly
pinky
fine.
see?
Is the grass pretty tall around you?
So you can see that the grass is fairly well kept inside the dome. Like somebody's obviously bothering to like shear it to a vague height.
Okay.
Outside it's sort of like natural meadow height of like.
Okay. I was wondering if there was
Very
like
good.
tall grass. I was thinking Adolin might like kind of, get down on the ground and like leopard crawl like through the barrier.
I never understood
And
that
stealth
as
it?
a stealth technique. Like I get it and concept of like video games and stuff like that, but it's like a stealth technique in like an actual life consequence, because you're crushing the grass as you go, which means
Yeah.
you're leaving a massive swath of like flattened grass behind you that's just like, I am a trail coming towards you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're not like stood up and walking through it invisible.
It's true.
I'd like to stealth Moe in. Because there
The
might
grass
just...
is only a foot tall.
I think that they have spotted us. I think that also
We are
those
stood in
two
the middle of the
bees
clearing.
have just kind of announced our presence up, and
That's
the
true.
pinky and the things we threw through it. Like it's happened.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
know we're here. I stick my
We
head
have
through.
knocked very loudly on the door.
Yeah.
He landed and been like, Chuck.
Yes. I stick my head in. Hello.
Okay, we stick our head in. Okay, and I think sticking your head in and getting your eyes in for the first time.
Your eyes cross the boundary.
Your eyes have crossed the boundary. What you would see is like the same set of buildings and hives and things like that suddenly come to life as you can see swarms of bees and other insects like shifting and buzzing around it in like I imagine they're above the wildflower section in the center and like in forming like complex like cylindrical patterns as they work weave in and out of each other, so almost like holding pattern kind of thing. It's
nice.
really like slow
Like a
and shifty. Yeah.
That's fun.
Sorry. What will catch your eye as well is there was a much larger bee buzzing around a lot quicker amongst these, and you can see that this bee is almost like going to groups of other bees and giving direction, it would appear. And I think what will catch your eye the most as well is you would see a much larger figure. A huge creature, you might say, is slowly picking up fence posts that have been like smashed down by this ice and things like that and moving them to one side. And I will reveal this at this point in time of what you can see.
Ooh.
Is this
A hive?
This is the dome thing.
So these are hives here. This is the fence posts.
Okay.
Fence.
You've got the buildings here. We've got a little like pond in the middle. These are like wildflower patches, and these are the ice crystals that have like smashed it.
Building?
And
Yes.
Building.
And the dotted line is that like
Fence.
the
Fence post.
So that is the fence. Are we entering from here then?
Do you want to enter from the ice crystal way?
Is the kind of dome thing bigger than all of this?
It would cut across about here.
Okay.
So about like maybe like 3 squares out from
Yeah.
the fence
Yeah.
or so.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, we would probably make ourselves known. I say that telepathically. I would like to be. I mean, I've already yelled hello. It's you know what?
It's too late.
The
You
die,
yelled hello.
the die has been cast.
Polly does this.
Yeah.
Okay. You would see that the figure would stop and like turn towards you, and like he's got a massive fence post like slung across one shoulder, and has like a bit of equipment that I think Polly would easily recognise of like a beekeeper's hat, like tucked in around his chin and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think she does recognise it, but she does not know it well. Like it is not something that she's familiar with because she has never needed to use it.
She's not a fucking wimp.
But she's just like, yeah, I've seen other beekeepers wear that kind of stuff. I wonder if it's like a fashion statement.
But it would stop and stare at you and like slowly swing round, and you would see more of their face and stuff at this point. And quite clearly you can see that they've only got one eye. It's like the very centre. Not like they're missing an eye, like they've only got.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're only meant to have one.
It's a big cyclops-looking dude.
And seeing you step through, you'd see them tense and start to like raise the club a bit, the post as a club.
I start saying hello again, but also dancing hello in bee dance, just in
All
case. Just in case
know
they
bee
know it.
dance.
I don't know, maybe.
Greetings.
So the bees
What up?
are not intimidated. So
How do
I'm
you-
saying hello to everybody, including the bees.
He would stare at you for a long moment, and then you'd see the much larger bee would come across and alight on his
Aw,
shoulder.
that's so cool.
And you would all hear her speak.
Her
The
the
The bee.
oh the bee.
Oh, the bee speak.
Oh my goodness.
Can I double check languages again, please?
I know
Common,
bee
halfling,
dance.
elvish.
Common, halfling, elvish.
Common halfling, celestial, infernal, and primordial.
Primordial, okay.
Where the fuck are my languages?
Bee dance.
Bee
Polly knows
dance.
bee dance. That's the key one.
Celestial, common, draconic, druidic, elvish.
Okay.
Oh, Druidic might be a good show here.
Yeah.
And none of you are
Where is Slack
understanding
another language
the
Is
language.
it Sylvan?
Probably Sylvan.
So elvish, are there any inflections that are like, ooh,
Belinda,
no.
what languages do you speak?
Oh, yeah.
Belinda might. Maybe.
Celestial, common, elvish, and sylvan.
Yay!
Thought so.
Wonderful.
Belinda, can you be translated
Belinda
for
can
us?
understand this. Okay.
Good old Pegasus.
Thank you, Belinda.
So, so you're all getting this like second hand through Belinda as she's translating effectively for you in her brain as she hears the words, kind of thing. But it's fine, it'll work. So you'd hear this bee would, and I imagine Sylvan to sound a lot like singing almost, of quite like. Do you know, like when you hear harpy songs and things like that in TV shows and things, where it always sounds beautiful. I always imagine Sylvan to be like that because it's quite fey and
nice.
like charm and things like
That's
that.
very
So
sweet.
that
Are you
like
going to sing for us?
no,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you
That,
made me dance.
I danced too.
That's true.
If I sing, we will lose the few followers that we have because I can't sing. But yes, you would hear this bee say, "Hello, travellers. Where are you from?"
Belinda, you want to take this one?
You just want DM to talk to himself.
I mean, that would be really funny, but also Belinda literally is the
Can
only one who
Belinda
can.
speak out loud?
Yes.
Is it that she can understand those languages?
Are you from the Pegasus stat block? It explicitly says Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but can't speak.
So she cannot speak these.
Oh.
She can understand them,
Okay.
but she cannot speak them out loud.
Are we
She
communicating?
can do nay.
Oh.
How were
I
you speaking?
can-
No, we were speaking to Belinda back in the dungeon.
were doing
You stuck
telepathic
telepathic
bond.
on another.
Yeah, I forgot.
I can speak telepathically to someone, but they can't speak to me. So we can
So we
go
got
bee
this circular-
to Belinda to me to the bee.
To the bee.
Yeah, that works.
In
Yes.
your like broken Sylvan being
Can you
fed
do...
to you.
Telepathy to one creature. It can understand me. I can't understand them.
Okay.
Oh, it can understand you, no matter what
Yes.
language you speak. Ah,
That's perfect.
so you don't have to
So I
attempt
can speak to
Sylvan.
the bee, and then the bee can talk to Belinda.
And then Belinda's going to translate for you.
Yes.
Yeah, talking to all of us. He doesn't know that we have a Pegasus as our translator.
Doesn't
It's
he knows you
fine.
have a Pegasus because you can see the Pegasus, but she doesn't tell.
Okay, telepathy to the bee, and I'll also speak out loud in case
Yeah, that's a
the
good idea.
Cyclops speaks common.
Okay.
That'd be handy.
Or common or elvish? What would be more likely?
Common, because that means that we can. Oh no, we all speak Elvish.
We all
don't
speak
Yeah,
Elvish.
that's fine.
No.
Which one's closest to
Do you not
Sylvan?
speak Elvish?
Do you speak Dwarvish by any chance?
No. I think so.
do we think elvish or common?
Common.
Common.
And if there's no understanding behind
Yeah.
his eyes, then maybe we switch to Elvish.
We're from the
Eyes,
material.
plural.
Oh yeah, so sorry.
Sorry.
That was ableist of me.
We have come from the material plane, and some bees found us and asked for help protecting the hives.
You're specifically saying this to the bee.
Yes, but I'm also speaking out loud
Okay.
in case the Cyclops beekeeper person
Okay.
can understand common.
Okay, cool. You'd see the bee would like snap its attention a little bit to you. I think it was much more focused on Polly originally, and then it would like snap round to you as like your words drift into her mind and stuff like that. She, oh, that's you've come far.
We were here anyway. We didn't travel specifically for helping bees, to be clear.
Oh, okay.
I elbowed
But
her.
we are also
I elbowed
helping.
them. I'm just like, oi.
I'm being clear about the
Mm.
situation.
That's fair.
I'm sorry. Are you lost? Do you need
No.
help?
No, we were told you do.
Very much so. Are you here to help us, or
Yes.
are you just passing through? Sorry.
Both.
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 We are on the way to the Palace of the Collector.
Oh.
However, one of our friends here met some of your bees.
So what's happening now? It's Adolin is saying this out loud, and you're translating
I'm
it.
translating
for-
it also out loud. Are you doing it in dance for everyone else?
I'm just watching. This is a
Okay.
spectacle.
Okay, I think there's also like at some point the Cyclops would like grumble something in a low voice, which I think it wouldn't be hard for you to work out is Sylvan. He is speaking Sylvan.
Oh,
That Belinda would say, he's annoyed he can't understand
Can I
things."
ask the bee what languages the Cyclops can speak?
Oh,
Do you know?
we both speak Sylvan.
None of us speak Sylvan.
Okay, he also speaks Giant.
Nope.
None of us speak Giant.
Can
Okay.
he do Primordial or celestial or anything like that? Or halfling? Is there any chance that this guy speaks halfling?
No.
Do you want me to just
sorry.
ritually cast telepathic bond again?
I can do telepathy to one thing at a time, so I can talk to the bee, or I can
Well,
talk
the bee can talk to the Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
okay,
it'll take
shall
a little...
switch? I'm like, one
Yeah.
Do you want to talk?
I'm
So-
like, 1 second to
I'll
the
put
bee.
you in hold.
I'll be back. Talk to the
I'll
Cyclops.
be back.
Like, hello, none of us speak Sylvan or a giant, and I can only do this to one person at a time. We're from the material plane. We are travelling to the Collector's Palace. We met some bees who said they need help with their hive, so we are here to help.
Right. How are you going to help?
Well, we're not entirely clear on what the issue is yet. They just appeared in the night.
And what's happening now is the giant is speaking, and then the queen bee is talking, and then Belinda is translating for us.
into the telepathic bond.
This is mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's why you should always bring tongues and comprehend languages.
I need a pen.
Very
We can
helpful.
sketch.
For
We can
real,
sketch this out.
if we want to cast telepathic bond again, we could just get these people in our brains.
You'd see, like, at that point, you would, like, scowl and turn to the bee, and there'd be, a translated conversation between them from Belinda in Sylvan.
Whoa.
That is, he's annoyed at her because she sent bees out into the world to ask people of help, and he's, like, telling her, I will fix this.
Aww.
I can do this. And she's saying, but they keep coming back and they keep doing more damage and they're hurting you. You need help. And there's like a little like argument between them about this that Belinda's like desperately like translating both sides of so that you can hear kind of thing.
Who's hurting them?
Who has been hurting you in the hives?
Bee or giant?
Giant.
Giant. And turn back to you. Your offer of help is appreciated but not needed.
Just
If
'cause
you're
it's not-
sure. That's good enough for me.
Just because it's not needed doesn't mean that it's not necessary. Like, that we can still offer it.
Yes, we offered it, and they said no. And now we move on.
He said no.
Can I
Did the bees say no?
make a very...
The larger bee that's on his shoulder would turn to him and say, you idiot, we need help. This isn't going well. We are losing more bees and hives. I cannot just keep producing bees from the forest. That's not how this works.
Is this a matter of like kind of wounded pride for the giant?
Uh,
Kind of like a very kind of second-hand insight check on
Yeah, sure.
like
As it's getting translated, you're watching his body language really intently.
Can I, I'll step forward and I'll kind of like, obviously indicate to Kai to be like, please can you repeat this for me because I can't do it myself. And be like, I understand wanting to keep your hive safe. You should learn from other people's mistakes and take the help when it is given otherwise. And I just open my bag and all my bees like pour out and I'll just be like, I don't have a hive anymore.
ooh.
Oh.
That's not quite how it all went down, but I'm finessing the truth a little, but still, like, I just want to make a little bit of an impact there.
Yeah.
We'll just quickly do the insight check first.
21.
A 21. I think a 21 would tell you that this is very much a matter of pride in terms of this is his hive to protect and he is failing to protect it, but he is stubborn and he wants to be the one that saves them because it's his job to save them kind of thing.
I fire that around the telepathic bond, like, we're not going to be able to, force our way into helping. Like, this, we got to maneuver this guy into accepting help.
Okay, and then
And we got to let him save face.
I guilt trip the fuck out of him after that then.
Okay. And that the lovely translation circle going around. You would see that the larger bee would say, "See, we don't want to be like that. We can't leave here. You know we can't leave here. So we need to fix this. So we need help. You're a great protector. You know that. You don't need to do everything by yourself, though."
Aww.
And you'd see, he'd grumble, he'd, drop the fence post, which would, because of the size of these fence posts, they are giant-sized fence posts, would shake the ground near you a
How
little
big
bit.
is this giant?
He is a huge creature, which means he is
that, like-
15 foot tall. Which means
Like
he
that
has 3 U's.
For scale.
Yeah, so that is, if he drops the fence post on your head, you are not coming up again.
Permadead.
Kind of
I
thing.
can see why you wouldn't want to accept help from 3 little guys that go up to your knee.
But also, like, we're not.
Just sort of like wandered onto your property and went, hi, hello.
We're not gonna be able to show him up. Like, we're so tiny. Like,
No one will be able to see us do anything.
Yeah, it's fine. He can take all the credit.
You would see though that like after like having produced your bees from your bag as well, you'd like sit and watch them for a minute and then like hold out his hand and like sing to them a bit. I'm not sure your bees understand Sylvan, do they?
I will check, but I don't imagine so. Technically, one of these could be considered like a fae
They're
because of the find familiar thingy, but I don't think. No, they literally have no languages whatsoever.
Okay.
I guess they have bee dance.
I think after like maybe a second or so of like non-communication where he's like, why are they not doing the thing? Some of the other bees from the Fae hives would come over and dance to your bees to say like, he wants you to come over to say hi.
Aww, cute.
a hair?
Eh?
Something.
And like a small
It's not
contingent
no.
of your bees would like buzz over to his hand and land on his like dinner plate sized hand at least. Like, I think that's about the right dimension. I can't actually see him from here.
Big hand.
But that section of his hand has to be at least a dinner plate size.
That's so
and then there's
fun.
just like a few bees like sat on it now. And you'd see like he'd slowly turn his hand over as the bees would like crawl over his fingers and stuff like that. And you would hear him remark through the cycle of languages that he's never seen bees like this before.
They're from the material plane.
Just as you are.
Yes. I'm sorry, we've been incredibly rude. I'm Kai, this is Adolin, this is Polly, Clifford, Belinda, Bees.
Bees.
I start naming the bees. So this one is Big Bee, obviously. This one is BB. She's the queen. Actually, I take.
Big Bee's not the queen?
No,
Oh.
Big Bee's the muscle.
Yeah, the checks out. The
Baby's-
bodyguard.
BB's the queen. I tenderly pick up BB and I kind of like usher her over to go. I'm assuming that
You're
the
setting
other
up
one
a
that's
play
been
date.
chatting with us has been like the queen,
You
or is she the
certainly haven't
muscle?
asked.
She's the muscle. No, but they
It's
look
muscle.
are distinctive. They look different.
She does look different from all of the other bees, but you would notice that all the bees here are like, whilst they have little squadrons and stuff like that, most of them look entirely different from each other.
Oh, that's really cool.
There's a real mix of different species of bees here.
Oh man.
Can I ask the names?
Yeah, sure. Their names are the bee is Pollyena.
Pollyanna.
She is Pollyena,
That's
and
nice.
he is Mudlump.
Mudlump!
Yes,
I love that.
He is Mudlump.
Pollyanna and Mudlump.
Mudlump.
So cute.
She is Pollyena the honeybee, the queen of this hive.
She is a
Aw.
queen.
She is the queen of this hive.
What's been attacking you?
Some raiders from the mountains. They're trying to take over our bubble.
Your bubble.
Yes.
Oh, so
We are in a bubble.
was this bubble here before your hives?
You see, I'm not sure you understand the expression on her face, but it's not hard to guess confusion from some of the pause. And she said,
Oh.
I'm not sure, Mudlump brought me here. And she turned to him and he would say, that he stumbled across this place when he was running after his previous hive got smashed. He rescued Pollyena and he brought her here. And he stumbled across this place after the loss of his last hive to try and set up a colony here.
Oh.
At some point, I'll ask if they want to be in the telepathic bond, so we don't need to be like.
Yeah.
They decline.
Oh.
Okay.
Understandable.
Okay. Can we ask if there are other people here because of the buildings? If there's other individuals?
People?
Kin.
There are multiple houses.
Are they all?
Are there
Yes.
multiple?
Are they all
And
Mudlump
like you
size?
see
Other
Mudlump point to
folk?
one and be like, that is my home,
Yes.
that is my gardening tools,
Yes. Okay. Cool.
that is my honey store.
Ah, so just
Ah.
Just you here?
I am the only me here.
There's no
Of
other.
what kind?
No.
other giants here.
No other giants, no friends, no
Many
The
friends.
bees are the friends.
friends in the houses.
And Amador's somewhere.
What is Amador?
Your friend.
Can you be more specific? What?
Is Amador a bee?
No. No,
What is
Amador is
Amador?
a dandelion.
Ah, the dandelion folk. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we knew that there was a community of them near here.
Oh my gosh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
That's
I
Cute
don't
as hell.
take notes. I just remember bullshit.
hell
That
yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we knew that there was dandelion folk,
Mm.
and so that makes sense.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Unsurprising. Okay. What do the readers want with this
The bubble.
this bubble, this place?
They want it for themselves, I presume.
For what
The
purpose are you
bubble
aware?
or the hives or both?
Probably not the hives. They're destroying the hives.
They don't stop to have conversations.
No.
So if I'm...
Fair.
I would guess the bubble, because
Hmm.
they seem to be destroying my hives.
Hmm.
However, they have not given me a scroll of intent.
Do they come with regularity? Can you
Mm.
anticipate their next attack?
Frequent. We do not get to rest often between their attacks.
Do you think they'll be back soon? When were they last here?
You would think about it, we would say, last sleep. They
Okay.
came last sleep. Sometimes they come multiple times.
Can you describe them?
Mm. We're not very familiar with the inhabitants of the Fey Realm.
We've been here a day.
A day,
Yes.
and you're not dead. That's
Not yet.
something.
Not yet.
But you're
Give-
looking
give
for
it
the
time.
collector.
Yes.
We realise that might expedite the
We're
process
looking
of
for
becoming
some-
dead.
Yes.
Yes, I'm glad you understand that that is your fate.
Mm.
You seem at peace with it. All right.
I've
Well,
done
I suppose
before,
if you
it's
die
fine.
here instead, that's not the end of the world then.
If we are able to stop these people and help you protect your
Mm.
home and your colony, could you assist us with some information about the collector?
Mm.
Whatever you have to offer would be appreciated.
And you'd see like a different expression shift across his face at that, and you'd say, like a deal.
No.
Wow.
An exchange.
An exchange deal.
I like him.
Information about the collector for our assistance.
In this particular matter.
And maybe
What's
by
awkward is that you are the one communicating this, so I don't want to. I don't want to get high on the hook.
I'm
for
making it
anything
very
else.
clear that they're the ones offering and not me. I have enough deals
Then
with
that's
people.
Yeah.
interesting because that's a deal based off deceit. I wonder if that would actually hold up. Interesting.
How is that based off deceit? I'm just acting as a
if
translator.
we're like we're not making a deal and you translate it as they would like to offer a deal, I
no,
wonder.
I'm translating what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's up
Because
to you whether
Adolin
you-
did just say the word deal.
Okay.
Well, it's up to you whether or not you translate it actually. Belinda is technically listening, so she could. Oh no, she can't listen to. No, they would all be able to
This
hear.
is all like
Yeah.
a telepathic
Yeah.
bond, so
Yeah, you'd be looking at you interestedly.
Okay. Do I get the sense that, from that sort of insight check, that it's a little while ago now, I guess, but the idea of making a deal seems to have got his attention.
Oh, I think that's like really evident of like his face going from sort of like grumbly old man
Okay.
to
Oh, so he didn't want to accept charity of us just like turning up and helping, but
he'll
a
make
deal might be a little more face-saving.
It's one way to look at it.
Can I roll an insight
Or
check
they're
to see if
just gonna
that's
steal
the
the
good
deal.
way to look at it?
Could also
yeah.
get us in trouble.
So I think what I'm going to ask you to do is roll me a history check.
Oh.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I don't
Can you remind me your ranger ability that gives you like favoured foes or like specific foes
Yeah.
that you like?
Yes.
You picked a group.
I
Remind
picked
me
a
what's in that group.
group that consisted of Celestials, Fae, Fiends, and Undead. The associated skill was religion, but I can roll history if you want.
I'd like you to roll history, but you can have advantage.
Grazie. Because I'm not great at history.
Adolin didn't like the book learning.
Adolin's
a practical man.
Adolin took religion, because, you know.
Yeah. None of us went to
It's a day
school.
job. History with advantage.
Probably get homeschooled.
I guess, yeah.
Can she account? Can she do accounts?
Can you do accounting?
Can you keep the books?
Yes,
My mum
absolutely.
ran a shop.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a 15 on history.
15. Okay, a 15's pretty good. So I think with a 15, you would know from your studies as part of being a Knight of Ash that Fae fall very similarly to devils in this respect of they like to make bargains.
Heathens!
That is part of their intrinsic magic that's built into their lives and their world of bargains have power here.
Okay. Do you get Fey Giants? Is this guy a Fey Giant? Definitely well outside Adolin's areas of book learning.
I mean,
But,
it's not impossible. You've seen Fey Bees, why not Fey Giants? And also, like, dandelion folk and stuff. So.
Everything here is nuts. Everything here is absolutely nuts.
Why
Yeah.
have you got them balanced on ones and twos?
That was accidental. That was
Oh my
accidental.
God.
I'll
What's
fix it.
wrong
I'll fix
with
it. I'll fix it.
How could you?
Stop training
Give
your
us
dice
jinx.
to be naughty.
I'd fire around telepathic bond. Like maybe a deal is the way to get Mudlump to cooperate here.
You want to make a deal.
Very low stakes. Very low stakes. We just got here.
Adolin would like to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
We'll telepathic bond. Shall we offer to just hang around, shore up the defenses, and defend the hives if the raiders turn back up in the space of, let's say, the next day?
Yeah.
We'll give it until the end of the next sleep, and if the raiders turn up, we'll help defend.
Alternatively, if he
Nice.
knows where the raiders are coming from, we could just
We
go
can
there
just
and
go
cut them
there.
off the source.
I would like to
Although
be
there's
as
not-
speedy
It's very
as
nice.
possible.
Same.
Good point. Good point. Having Mudlump, however,
Yeah.
useful. So,
Cult says no people, only people.
Only
only
people.
people.
Only people. Yeah, I think that any attacks over the course of the next day, that would work out quite nicely. And then if it becomes an issue again, we can.
Can I leave you to discuss this for 2 minutes?
Mhm.
Just to grab something.
Cool. Yes.
Props.
Yeah. We could. I don't know. Having Mudlump on side would be pretty good.
Yeah,
Dude's
I think
huge.
so. I want to see a battle
do
where
like
we're on
him.
the same team. That would be
Mm.
cool as hell. Also, but if Mudlump is getting his ass handed to him by this
Mm.
thing,
I
then
didn't say handed to him, just he's getting injured by the multiple people that seem to be attacking.
Mm.
so maybe
Raiders, plural. I wonder who they could be.
could they be these beautiful minis
Mm.
or
those
these other
beautiful
beautiful
minis.
I think it'll be the other ones because they were there last time and this
Mhm.
map was here last time.
That's true. I think Alex. says
That's
we're more
metagaming.
efficient than we actually are.
Mm-hmm.
So
They scream raiders. They scream
police.
the Fey police.
I mean, look at this.
They're in
guy.
armor.
This guy's
Yeah.
a cop.
They have matching
for
armor
sure.
The guy's a cop.
on a kangaroo.
Are you a cop?
I think
Tell me
Alex
you're a
said
cop.
they were gazelles. I don't think
Mm.
they're gazelles.
Yeah.
I think it's
Please,
a weird
please
kangaroo.
be careful with
I think
handling
they're
them. They're so
closer,
very
yeah.
fragile.
Anyway, the deal. What deal?
I think we keep it low stakes, but yeah, we offer to help defend the hives and deal with the raid. We'll fight alongside Mudlump when the raiders next show up.
Yes.
With a time limit.
With a time limit. We'll stay until the end of the next sleep.
And then if we haven't done the job, maybe that'll be enough. We'll start
Regardless of whether or not they show up within the next day, he gives us information.
there. Yeah.
I'm not sure we can hold him to that, because if we haven't done anything for him, why should he give us the information we
That's
want?
fair. Yeah. If they don't show up and we don't help, then we don't get information.
But
and
we're
then
waiting
just-
around here for a whole day. We should get something for waiting around for a whole day.
That's true.
And shoring up the defences. I
Can I-
suppose.
Check around over here for tracks.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Do you
you.
want help?
I'd love some help.
I play a tune.
You're not going to look for them with
Is
the
that
whisker.
helpful?
Yes, if I play a song, you get advantage on foraging, navigating, or tracking.
Sick.
So you get an advantage on a survival check.
That's fun.
That sounds awesome. Thank you.
You're like, I need to track someone. Let me get my loot.
Adelin's like, how the hell do you track things?
Why is this helping me focus?
It's the focusing song.
Ooh, I help.
Yeah, I did help. 19.
Okay, so I'll give you a general thing and then you can tell me what you're looking for more specifically.
Cool.
In this area, you can see there's a lot of overlapping tracks.
Yes.
There's also like large like bits of it that have been like destroyed as these like ice crystals have carved through the earth. And like ripped apart the fence, have ripped apart the hives, like burst up out of the ground and ripped the flowers out of the wildflower beds and things like that. And there's a lot of overlapping footprints and things like that. What specifically do you want to look at?
I'm trying to get a sense of numbers, size, what sort of creatures we're dealing with. Because I don't think Mudlump's really given us. He's just said raiders at this point. So we don't
how
know
many?
if that's.
Where are they coming from?
It's like elves from
big?
the woods, giraffes,
What
fae.
direction?
Giraffes.
Giraffes.
Just in
Fae
case.
giraffes.
Fae giraffes. Yeah.
Right.
Don't know where that came from, just
Sounds
off
like
the
a
dome.
basis.
Yeah, I think looking like all the ice crystals are kind of from here going that way. He's going to be looking like off into the woods in this direction, kind of like.
Yeah, sure.
What do we got? Sniff, 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 sniff.
And Clifford's like, oh, I sniff.
Good boy, Clifford. Well done.
Clifford comes and sniffs.
Mm.
Okay, so I think you quite easily be able to pick out the footprints that are obviously Mudlumps. They are the most fresh here and like on the top layer as he has been walking around surveying damage and obviously starting to fix things. You can see like some of the ice crystals have started to have like chunks smashed off of them and stuff, and guessing by the ice pick that is leading up against one, it's quite easy to assume that Mudlump has started like trying to break these ice crystals to get rid of them. Taking a bit of time to look where Mudlump hasn't trampled and like further out towards the like exit of the dome and things like that, you would see a series of very heavy, deep, like in the where there's like muddy patches and things like that, where the ice is melted and then like they obviously like stamped down into this like wet ground. You can get quite clear impressions of these really heavy three-toed feet. What did you get on the survival check again? Sorry.
19.
19. I think with a 19, and Adolin's like experience as a tracker and things like that, you'd be quite clearly be able to see that this is a quadrupedal type creature. So 4 legs.
Yep.
With
Kind of more paws, not hooves.
pads, not hooves.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know what the difference between paw and like. What would you count a rhino foot as, or an elephant foot? They're not hooves, but they've got nails.
Yeah, just a big circular clump, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Something closer to an elephant or a rhino than like a dog or a horse.
Can you
Cool.
tell, like, from the size of the print and how deep it is? Like, is it just the creature or things riding creature?
I think because you can't immediately tell what the creature is, it'd be quite difficult to tell, like, this is overweight for a horse and thus the horse must be carrying something. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If I look at the footprint in the size of like, you know, compared to something like a large cat or a rhino or an elephant, and start to kind of like scale it up in my mind, we're talking like big creatures,
Yes.
big enough to cause Mudlump trouble.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Good to know.
Big
Yeah, I
things.
think when we're talking about like span, we're talking something much bigger than a horse.
Cool.
Can you tell which way they came from?
Yeah, like are there tracks that lead off into the woods?
Yes, and they would
Woo.
come down from this direction, which is towards the mountains. So the mountains are
From the
here.
mountains.
Yes.
Okay.
Claim a tree.
Well, I was thinking
See if they're coming.
this just shattered bit of, his tool shed or something, or whatever this one used to
One
be.
of its buildings, yeah.
Just like grappling hook up onto the roof and see if I can.
Keep.
Yeah, I don't see any trees shaking off in the distance. I was like, oh, they're coming.
Yeah, sure. I think like hooking yourself up there and like zipping. This is quite a precarious bit of building. There's not a lot left of it, and a lot of it's been smashed. But it's sort of leaning on this ice crystal as well. So I think with like just yourself up there, it's more than okay enough that for you to just stand there. If you start doing anything fancy, it's probably going to topple over. And getting a bit of a better look. So a lot of the trees are still higher than yourself currently. It's quite a thick and voluptuous. Is that the right word?
Excuse me?
Like, what would you call
Oh, that forest.
Curvaceous as fuck.
Vibrant and like
Lush.
lush,
Mm-hmm.
like forest.
Luscious forest.
Luscious forest. Yes.
Adam's heart beats a little faster.
Oh, that gorgeous
that
forest.
forest. Oh, I'm a ranger through and through. I love the forest.
You wouldn't see anything that's like, oh, that's shaking, that's a thing coming, like the indicative of that. No.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, should we take the deal? Should we make a deal?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Cool.
I think it's low stakes. I think that worst case scenario, we're here a little longer than we'd like to be, which is a pretty bad case scenario. But I believe our capabilities. I think we can kick ass, take names, and
We've
then
already got 2 names.
it's true.
We're doing great.
Indeed.
What are those two?
Pollyena and Mudlump.
It's close. Pollyena.
Pollyena.
Um,
Is there a set of tracks fresh enough within 24 hours that I can favoured foe tag it?
Yes. Yeah, so you have a choice between Mudlump and the quadrupedal creatures.
I don't tag Mudlump. I tag one of the radar's footprints. Yeah.
Okay.
And just favoured foe it.
Okay. What does that immediately give you?
I'm not sure it immediately gives me anything
Okay.
anymore since we tweaked that. But yeah, if we wanted to go off into the woods and track it, we'd stand a decent chance.
Okay.
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 Polly's still got the cup on her head. I just know it.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
the little-
She does.
I haven't had the heart to take it off.
Incredible.
So we're talking to Mudlump, making a deal, trying to make a deal.
So we're saying we'll stay for 24 hours, for a day
At max.
max.
Yeah, like to the end of the
help
next
defend
sleep.
if the raiders come.
Yeah.
And then Mudlump will give us information about the collector.
Maybe information is a bit vague. Maybe we should be more specific.
Useful information.
Answer our questions on the collector.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Do we have specific questions?
Oh my god.
How do we get something out of his collection into our possession?
Yeah. Something like that.
Where specifically is his house?
Mudlump will tell us what he knows about the collector. Would that be enough? That covers everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So run that by me one more time.
So we will stay until the end of the next sleep to help defend from the raiders, and either after the end of the next sleep or after the raiders come, Mudlump will tell us what he knows about the collector.
Okay. It's he'd mull that over for a minute. A long minute, and he would talk to Pollyena for a second, which Belinda would be very sneakily translating for you all. And it's obviously that they're discussing, what if the raiders don't come, and then we don't get any help? Like, what if they take a night off or something? You can see Mudlump being... They'll go to the collector anyway, and that means they'll die anyway. So giving them the information doesn't change anything. So we don't lose it.
I feel like on the way back we need to stop off here.
And just prove ourselves to,
Hey.
we lived. I love Mudlump. Maybe we should get him something at the collection.
But eventually they would turn back to you and say, we agree to this deal. However, after 24 hours have passed, and if the raiders have not shown, we would be interested in making another deal.
Okay.
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 Cool. How do folk agree to deals in your parts? Do they like spit in their hands and shake, or?
Do a little booty wiggle.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
We
Sure.
agree to your terms.
And you to ours.
Then it is a deal.
Excellent.
Done and done.
Guys, we already have an out. This was really poorly phrased, so it's fine. We're doing amazing.
Yeah.
We're nailing this.
Cool.
Right.
Should we just stick around for a bit? Help put the fence back together?
I want to
Do
cast...
call it sending to Garen just to be like, hey, we've been here a day and we've made a deal with a fae.
Watch Karen go like,
No.
you did what now?
Don't worry, he's a Cyclops beekeeper.
Can I use... This is very lazy magic, but can I use prestidigitation 3 times on the ice blocks to warm up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour? That does mean they melt faster.
Yeah, that would certainly help significantly, yeah. There might be a bit of, like, conversation of, try not to do the bit at the bottom so the entire crystal doesn't, like, slack over and stuff.
Of course, we start from the top.
Awesome, yeah. You would see that Mudlump would, finish moving a lot of the fence posts out the way that he could from where the ice had like smashed through, and then would pick the the pickaxe back up and start smashing it into the ice crystals and carving through these bits.
What kind of magic causes such big crystals of ice to appear?
Cold magic.
It's just bigger than what I mean. Everything here is bigger than what I'm used
Ice
to.
knife bug cast by giant.
Mm-hmm.
He would like look confused for a second. Magic.
That's fair.
Sound.
Go back to smashing the ice crystals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd see Pollyena would buzz up and he's not good with that kind of thing. Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
We don't get visitors a lot.
You mean this person lives alone in the middle of a forest, doesn't have amazing social skills?
They have a dandelion friend.
They're pretty good with us, but we are bees. We
That
understand
you are.
that we don't really hold conversations the same way. Do you need anything?
Other than the information that we're going to get. Nope. I think we're okay.
Okay.
We've never laid a trap before. Shall we lay a trap?
We should lay
just
some
for
traps.
funsies?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do we have
Yeah.
any traps?
Mm.
Otherwise,
Let's lay a trap. Wait, do we have a trap?
I have rope. I have rope.
I have caltrops and ball bearings, but they're not going to work really here.
We could like pick away at like
We
one of the
do-
big ice
Do
shards.
this thing where you
ready to
make
topple
like
it.
a loop and put it over a tree, and then somebody stands in it, and then they're
Mm,
hoisted
like
into
a
a
snare.
tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
A snare for a rhinoceros.
Yes. At the very least, it might slow us down, or even slow them down.
You just slow yourself down by noosing your own
Listen,
Yeah.
foot.
they can't kill us if we're up a tree.
Yep.
True.
That's why I
True that.
transformed up a tree.
Mm.
Gonna make a snare.
Yeah.
Okay. Kai's never made a snare
Nope.
before. Okay. So you can give me a survival check at
I'm good.
disadvantage.
I have advantage for tying knots. And this
That's not bad.
involves that.
Well, that's very helpful for part of the snare.
The knots in it are going to be great.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Survival.
Lovely.
Disadvantage.
Does anyone have proficiency?
Don't
The
actually have
balance.
proficiency in survival.
You don't either.
Wait, it won't let. No, I don't. Sorry.
Okay. Fucking hell.
Oh no!
Well, one of them was a nat 20,
Oh.
but I get a total of 7.
Oh.
7. Okay. I mean, it looks right to you. You just need to find a tree to like attach it
You
to.
just gotta test it out.
You want to go test it?
Go find a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find a tree and like neatly lay it down on the ground.
Yeah.
Do you want to step in it?
Use the 10-foot pole.
It's a 10-foot pole.
Okay. I don't know what you want to
I'm
do.
not stepping in my own trap, then I'll be trapped.
It'd be really funny if
Hopefully.
you did, and that's how the combat started. Kai's like hanging upside down from a tree.
Like, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm out of range of everyone.
Just swinging wildly, firing off eldritch blasts in any
Yes.
direction.
Where is your mini?
Does it work? I'm there.
Oh, in front of Mudlump.
I'm here for scale.
Wait, your mini's different.
Yeah, I was like, I've used the other one for ages. Like, I painted 2. I should use both.
This is like anime Kai. With
So
the...
cool. Now imagine.
Upside down guy. Okay, so I think you'd like jab your 10-foot pole into the snare and like hook it slightly so that it puts a bit of tension onto it, and you can see it like it tightens slightly around the end of the 10-foot pole, but there's no like upward action or anything.
Adolin, help me with my snare. Something's gone wrong.
Can certainly try. Sure. Is there any way I can help?
Is that what you want to do as part of your preparations?
I'm not sure quite what Adolin would be looking at. He'd be thinking like, right, we're going to defend this settlement. What do we what resources do we have? Nothing. What defenses do we have? Nothing. We're trying to protect tiny hives from enormous creatures. Belinda still has 2 levels of exhaustion, so her movement is halved. So, I'd love to be able to ride her into battle, but she's not quite. Well, she's nearly there. A couple more days.
And then you can ask it.
And then I can ask. But yeah, I'll help with the snares, because I'm not sure what else to try.
Do you think Adolin has much experience with snares?
Oh, for like hunting game and
More.
stuff. Yeah,
Does Adolin hunt game?
yeah.
He has to eat.
He's a ranger.
Yeah.
It's implicit.
I presumed you had a crossbow.
Is
You
that
hunted things with a crossbow.
Yeah, but multi-purpose. Like,
I don't know. I'm asking.
He
I'm
was a
asking
Boy
you whether or
Scout.
not you think that Adolin has got a lot, because you went from being like a pig farmer to being a knight of ash.
living
crossbow is
in-
good for like big game, but if you're going for little things, like,
Like
you're
a
just
little
feeding
rabbit.
yourself, then you wouldn't want to take down like a whole deer. You'd be like, I'm having rabbit for dinner.
That would be he'd be like comfortable with snares up to the size of like
A rabbit.
a badger maybe.
Okay.
Like deer, that's you get the bow out for that.
Okay.
So he's probably doing the maths instead of like, well, if I need one this big for a rabbit and a badger, and this thing's, I'll need this much rope.
Extrapolate.
I imagine the two of you are sat by this tree with the rope, being like, how much loopy loop do we
We need a good bit of tension. We need...
And then Polly, with her accountancy skills, comes in with a calculator and is like, I got this.
You've just been carrying an abacus this
This
entire
entire
time.
It's not been mentioned.
Mudlump and Pollyena are like, they're doing maths. How is this helping?
Apparently, I've had proficiency in nature this entire time. It's never come up, but you know,
Oh. Nice.
presumably more fish nature, but still nature.
Yeah.
The nature of the sea.
Can we go for a sort of improvised, scaled up snare?
Okay. I think working together, one of you can roll if you like.
How's your survival?
+3.
Likewise.
It's up to you. Is Kai very much like, this is my snare, I'm going to make it. Adolin, come help me make my snare, kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to take charge?
Go for it.
Do another nat 20. It's an 8.
It's an 8.
11.
Okay.
That's nice.
Is it with advantage because I'm helping, or?
He is helping.
He is helping.
Did you have disadvantage before?
Yes.
And then the advantage cancelled out because of your rope tying? Is that how
No.
it was
No.
rolling flat?
No, I did not take into account the knot tying, because I don't think that the knot tying is the important part of the snare, if I understand snares in any shape or form.
I see.
So you've picked a trap that I'm not entirely sure your natural skill set leans towards, but it is fun. So
We're going for like tripwires.
I think with an 11,
Wire.
you come up with something that
rope.
it looks right again. It looks roughly right. It looks quite big, but it does look right.
I'll put some leaves over it. It's so hidden.
And this is just like with one of your 50-foot rope lengths, or 25-foot rope lengths or something, right?
I think they're 50 usually.
Yeah, I have two 50-foot rope.
Okay.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Yeah, because you're trying to catch its feet, aren't you?
Mm.
Yeah. So I think snares are traditionally meant to catch necks. Like noose around your neck.
Well, what's the one you step in then?
Yeah, around your ankles.
You step in the thing and then it hoists you in a tree like in the movies.
I don't know. I don't know how to Google this.
How to set traps for people.
Foot snare.
Because in the real world, snares are meant so that you put them over like the paths that things run along, so they just run their head through the middle bit and then it tightens on them as it goes behind.
Dark.
So it like goes around their neck.
Gotcha. I think after setting up, Adolin scouts around and goes for like a nice vantage point up here. You say these are about 3 stories tall?
I'm
Yes.
making this trap.
This trap. How does the counterweight work on that?
So you got 2 little sticks that are tied together. They step in it and it pulls one of the sticks and that moves the other one and then they get hoisted because it like releases the tension or something.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
What's Polly doing to prepare?
Reforming the cup.
Polly was thinking about just better than the head. Polly was thinking about casting enhanceability on Mudlump to help him shore up defenses faster, because it would double his carrying capacity, which I imagine is already pretty big. But that is an actual spell, so I don't know if it's going to like narratively have any benefits, you know. And maybe it would be better just for me to keep on doing the prestidigitations on the thing gamies to try and melt them down as quick as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'd be good actually, because I could widen that up. I was thinking of casting spike growth when these things charge in. Try and catch them in that.
idea. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's actually a brilliant idea, because I can move things with my bees, and actually then, if he still had enhanceability and bears endurance on him, we could get him on it so he could like shove them into it and push them through it, and that would mean that he'd make them take more damage as well.
Yes.
I really like that we've got like a little bit of a
choke point through there.
yes, like a kind of funnel. So that means that
So you don't want to melt the ice then? Because you get rid of your choke point.
I don't want to I don't know.
What's stopping them from walking through
let's go through the rest
They
of
can
the
just walk
fences.
through the fence.
Yeah. So
You could have Mudlump that, does the fence put up any resistance to these things?
Not usually.
Okay. We could try and bait them.
It can't let people through that have magical effects cast on them. Could we take that, like, use that to our advantage? Could we cast anything on them that's like, I don't know.
Well, like scrying or something.
Literally, I was thinking like haste would be really, but then like they wouldn't be able to. I don't know. I wouldn't want to chance it, you know.
Yeah, you'd have to be outside the barrier.
Protection from
Do
evil and
that.
good, but you know all that crap. Like it's just it's the whole thing. That's actually worth noting as well. Like if the barrier works like we think it is, and we cast spells on ourselves, we might get stuck on one side or the other. So probably don't want to cast stuff.
I
on
thought
yourself.
the
Not if we want to leave.
barrier was
anytime
just stopping
soon.
magical transportation, not...
Yes.
Yes, it's just stopping magical transportation. It's not stopping things with spells on them.
Okay, so the
I'm cursed right now. I've got a spell on me, and I got through fine.
technically.
You all have telepathic bond up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
Adolin
that's fine.
pitches up there, roof of this thing. Are these like 3 stories tall? Sorry.
Yeah.
So 30 feet up.
So you're aware that takes like double your grappling hook length to get up, because like your grappling hooks are
20.
20. Yeah.
Yes.
So to get down, you need to grapple twice or leap.
How low are these in comparison? You said 5.
They're
5
about
feet?
5 foot. Yeah.
So you could just jump down there.
20-foot rope plus, Adolin's height. I think could he safely get from there to there if he wanted to descend in a hurry?
Like grapple down?
Yeah, just like lodge it in the corner of the thing and like swing down. It wouldn't get him all the way to the ground, but if these are like 5-10 feet off the ground, then potentially.
I think you'd struggle with that.
Okay.
You might take falling damage. So be it. It's a couple of d6. You'll live.
Yeah. Cool. Anybody else want to do any preparations?
I really don't
Well,
think.
most of my stuff is instantaneous.
Yeah,
So-
other than the bees being out, which we've already established, everything else is like it lasts a set amount of time, and I wouldn't want to trigger it until I knew that there was actually like folk coming.
Well, I think if I've got a bit of height, I might be able to get like
a
a couple. Would I feel like I'd get a couple of minutes of advance warning of something huge charging through the trees? Because we can see out through the barrier, right?
Yeah, and if we're
Yeah.
inside, they can't see us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's true. So we don't even need to hide.
Yeah,
We could probably get a surprise found on them easy enough.
that'd be good.
Like obviously they're expecting Mudlump, but they wouldn't be expecting us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think if they were like charging at full speed through the forest, I think you'd quite easily see the trees shaking. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
You're correcting my drawing.
We were doing all of this whilst you were out as well. We were just
Just
futzing about with it.
Could you send your bees into the forest to look for people?
That's a good idea. I don't want to get them in trouble, but maybe I'll...
But also, who's going to attack a bee?
Yeah, I ask if my buddies and the queen bees, maybe they want to have a little scouting party and have a little look-see.
You mean it's like an advanced warning?
Yeah, like some way to like notify us. You don't need to be like in their path, but you could be like maybe high up a little bit in the tree line.
How will they let you know?
Well, 5 of them are still in my telepathic bond. That's not true, actually.
No,
I
they were
take that back.
windwalked.
They were windwalked.
No.
Actually, 5 of them are windwalked. Like they could
be back in.
just whoosh back
milliseconds.
real quick.
Yes, but you would know that they wouldn't be able to get in.
Oh yeah, they'd have to fly
Yes, but
out.
we
Minute
would-
transformation. Go scout.
Yes,
Yeah.
become little wispy
Fly.
things that disappear into the forest, and then it's
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
then
they would,
rely on the idea that you can then see these little wisps coming back.
I mean, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing, and it would be fast as fuck. We would know immediately.
Yeah, they can go like 70 miles an hour into the forest,
Mm-hmm.
and if they see these things coming in our direction, they just turn around, fly back,
Yeah.
minute transform.
And they could
back
go in
inside.
5 different, like, slightly different directions as well, so, and, like, scout around their area very quick. So they could probably be quite far out, which means we could have, like, a whole minute's notice or some shit if we wanted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
And we'll pitch up and wait.
Okay. So, is there anything last minute preparations that folk want to do?
When we hear people come in close, I'm going to do mage armor.
Okay. So, mage armor lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they might attack in the middle of the night and then it would have run out.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Extending your duration as much as you can. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Never becomes nighttime here, though, does it? Like
No.
it's permanent daylight.
Yep.
But yes, sleep
The
time.
the middle of the sleep.
The middle of the sleep.
The middle of the sleep.
Mm.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Where will you be?
B.
Be. Oh, more meant like, would you be like in the kind of like the path of trample?
Yeah, I think that the path of trample maybe is not the smartest thing, but I could be like here. You said that this was flowers and stuff.
You want to be
That'd
standing
trash.
on the hive?
Yes.
Okay.
That is on purpose. I know it's
I'll
on
be
purpose.
I think you get a small, like, scowl from Mudlump for having jumped on one of his
I
hives.
Makes
am
sense.
carefully
Something
climbing,
Mm.
causing no damage.
I should probably be in a square.
Yes, please
Yes.
pick a square.
Hmm.
But can I be in this
No.
one just like
There we
at
go.
the side? Okay, then I guess I have to stand on the flowers.
You must stand on
Forgive
the flowers.
me.
Yeah. I'm in this square, but I'm on the hives.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, and we're
I
going to
hope they
pick
come
the
sooner.
way.
This is gonna
Where
get
do you
real
want
awkward.
Belinda and Clifford?
Mm. Belinda, I think we'd still be trying to encourage to stay out of trouble, perhaps? I'm not sure. Wow, that's some good blue time. Yeah, Belinda's still got 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah. Stay towards
The
the
back?
back, far away. Out
I
of
mean,
danger.
actually, maybe the center because, like, the back we have actually no idea which direction they will come from. We're presuming the same way as
What's the
before.
blue thing?
It's a small
Water,
pond.
Yeah. She can have a drink.
There we go.
Slurp, slurp.
Clifford can
Clifford.
be wherever he wants.
Does he want to be by me? He could be on the ice and he could jump on him. That'd be fun.
Bam.
I'll let you place him.
All done. I hope
That'll
they turn
do.
up.
You hope they turn
I
up.
hope they turn up to their
And then I just sat here for a day, making small talk.
waiting, talking to us.
You see Mudlump just like continues to move around you, like lifting fence posts and like smashing ice and stuff like that. And like clearing debris as you're all just like kind of things. It's like gives you a bit of funny looks as we go.
Mm.
And then I think
Just thinking, if we want to try and channel in that way, we could rebuild a hive right here and dress it up a little bit with some flowers and make it really eye-catching and try and...
Yeah, we could really.
be like a bull with a curtain. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
oh, come and smash this.
Ah, yeah.
Is this where your spike growth is?
I was thinking of just throwing it down. It's
Yeah.
10-minute duration, but concentration, so... If
That'd
we,
be smart. If we got the high, like,
Hmm.
advanced notice, you can throw it wherever you think is appropriate, depending on
Yeah.
what the beast tell us they're coming from.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's 10-minute duration, so I don't have to throw it down in combat. I can throw it down slightly before.
Yeah. Plan.
Yarp.
Yeah.
Yarp.
Okay. So I think you'd end up waiting for like a couple of hours of like, and there'd be like a bit of boredom as like Clifford's like leaning against your leg, being like, I'm bored. I'm bored. Play stick with me. And stuff like that. And like, I imagine Kai's like dangling their legs a little bit off of the side of the hive and stuff like that. I don't know what Adolin does when he gets bored and like a hunt when he must be used to like sort of squatting and like
Squatting?
squatting in places and hiding and things.
Yeah,
you know?
he's like probably like prone on the roof of the house just to present a low profile.
I'm low.
Just kind of watching the woods, watching around.
Yeah.
He's mulling stuff over in his head, like, am I cool with Joris now? Are we good? I don't know.
We're on a telepathic bond, and everybody, like, I'm quietly being like, nobody's saying anything. Don't tell him we can hear this.
And you're like, what is my life now? And everyone's like, ooh, we're not getting in on this one.
Are the Knights of Ash not as good as they're made out to be?
Overlapping with me being like, am I an Aasimar? You're being like, is this kid cool?
Am I being threatened by a small child? Clifford and Belinda are just like,
Yeah, we've been through some stuff.
okay. So I think a couple of hours would pass before a bee would come zipping out of this, smack straight into the barrier,
Yeah.
and then start doing its transformation.
Okay, right, guys.
The way you went like, It's like, it hit it so fast it died.
The bee is unconscious and still wind.
Oh no.
I don't know how damage works while it's in the wind
It's got
form.
resistance.
Resistance is still probably not enough to
Yeah.
Anyway.
save the bee, but I'm gonna presume it didn't kill itself in that.
Good,
it's,
good.
it's going through the transformation thing. It just forgot about the barrier as it smashed into it because it's not familiar with Windwalk very well.
Cool. Positions, everybody.
And I think at that point, Adolin, you would
Take
start to see the trees begin to shake and like the squawk of like weird creatures as they like take off from trees that have been disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would all hear this as a horn would
so
sound through the clearing, and you see Mudlump would pick up the nearest fence post, hook it over his shoulder, and like take up a slightly ready position.
Nice.
And let's put him on the board.
Cool.
Yay.
He's
Yeah.
fixing fence posts,
He looks
so
great.
we will put him here
Nice. How big are these ice crystals, by the way?
as they are drawn.
And height-wise?
Oh, like 10 foot tall.
Cool. Okay.
So
Sick.
you can see over them currently.
Awesome.
I think Polly would struggle to see directly over the one she is in front of, but I also kind of got that was the intention
Yeah.
of like, ha, protect me,
Yeah.
Ice Crystal.
Not be seen.
I'm clever.
Hmm.
Is there any last second preparations?
I wanna. Well,
Mage armor?
I don't think holding a spell makes a lot of sense actually because of the mechanics is like technically if your trigger isn't hit after 6 seconds you lose a spell and I don't want that, so I don't really want to hold a spell because I
Okay.
don't want to lose it.
Which direction do they look to be coming from?
The bee came from this direction, the tree shaking's all from over here, and the horn sort of sounded from this direction as well.
Okay. In terms of checking for tracks, these raiders have attacked multiple times, but all the tracks I found were kind of in this area?
The most recent tracks were in that area.
Okay. Would Mudlump have indicated that in the past they've, like, circled around and...
Yes.
Right, okay. In that case, I think Spike Growth goes down maybe a little further out.
Okay.
Do we have the Fireball marker, by any chance?
I believe it's here.
Did it?
Fireball.
Fireball! Can't do that. Don't have a license. What do people think of this for Spike Growth?
How much feet is Spike Growth again?
20-foot radius, same as Fireball.
Awesome. It annoys me that that bit of plastic isn't just 20 feet, so you can't just draw around the outside of it.
Yeah. But yeah, do people think that's sensible? Because I could put it closer,
But then a lot of the space isn't actually utilised yet.
Yeah.
That's sensible.
so maybe put it out to about there.
Yeah.
Sick. Cool, I'll draw that in. Please excuse me, carry on narrating.
Anything else, Polly, that you want to do?
No, I have a spell that I want to have like ready, but I don't want to prepare it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because you don't want to like lose the slot after 6 seconds.
Precisely.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So I think another like 10 seconds would go by, and then you'd start to feel the ground begin to shake as this like thunder of heavy footsteps comes through the forest. And you see Pollyena would like shrink back into like some of the wildflowers at the back, but you'd see the bees would start to like rise up and like swarm in like more agitated patterns and stuff like that, and then the creatures are going to start to appear at the edge of the forest. So they will appear just check. So the first one
I'm going to take this opportunity to stand up like everybody else.
is going to appear there. So that's the first one, like exiting the forest and starting to charge towards the dome.
That's fun.
Cool.
Does anybody want to do anything at this point?
Yes.
This singular one immediately emerges out of the trees.
I want to, I think, cast my spell.
What are we casting?
Okay. I'm gonna cast, I guess I know it's a held action because it's moving. It's gallivanting. It seems on a line to Mudlump, pretty much. Does that kind of look like the thing that's going on here?
I'm not sure you can quite tell where it's going at the moment. It's
Okay.
just sort of just emerged from the trees.
Okay. I wanna set off or hold my spell now so that when they get closer, I'm gonna like into ideally this kind of range.
Okay.
That makes sense. So yes, perfect, but anything here will do the job.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Storm of Wings. But wait, the component says a drop of honey. I don't think I have that.
Oh no!
Just kidding.
Okay, I think at that point, if everybody's done their last second adjustments.
Whenever they get within 60 feet of me, can I cast Mind Sliver?
So I took your prep action to be your cast of mage armor.
That's when the bee appeared.
The bee.
Now they're here. That's a different thing.
Yeah, okay, that's enough time to prep something else, I guess, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, at which point I think we will start the rolls for initiative.
Woo!
However, it's probably a good time to take a quick comfort break for
I would
10
love
minutes.
that. I want to walk
Cool.
around for a bit.
And then we will roll initiative. Thank you so much for joining us on this Glasgow 2024 Twitch stream for Let's Roll Hell and Highwater session already bloody forgotten. Is it 15?
15.
15.
Session 15.
As always, please do consider joining the convention, either in-person memberships or online memberships. It's all going to be awesome, and we're all very excited here on the team to bring the best convention that we possibly can for you.
Yay!
And thank you again for joining us on this Twitch stream, and we hope we will see you next time on
Yes.
Let's Roll.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.